Welcome to the Coffee Break Conversation. I know most of Ugandans are kind of disappointed. Ye baba kubye zero. Mwatebye zero ku goals satu needa tukizento nakuralero munasobola tebayeko ku goal emu babiri depending on how you are praying or even believing that our nation, it is a nation of a success, not a failure. Otherwise, era ntubirako bonna ababira side ze mukono bavuga nga gwokwata side zeyo kajamaako. Right about now, abantu asinga booking ekisaawe ky'enambole kubanga baga babeera bawagire tiimu yabwe ya Uganda. Era kati era tukkiriza nti era obudde bulina okukozesa oba okola emirimu gyo ng'obudde bukyali kulama ng'odde ewaka, unless when you're going to be a part of the football match which is happening until the 30th of August this year of 2025. Yes, Chan yiyo yazze tetulina kyabyekolera naye era tukkiriza nti our nation is really going very far when it comes to sports. Since okwogerako ne wabula, this is a coffee break conversation every single Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. We are here with relevant groups of people, individuals who are success, who are going to transform your life. Goebuzo omuntu yatuuka watya, yakikola atya, ye business, yagitandika watya, kubanga nti obulamu bwabwe busigala si kyekimu. All you have to do is to be part of this conversation through our social media handles. We are live on YouTube. Get yourself a cup of coffee and enjoy as you call in your friend and tell your friend that the program has already started. Director wa Hive, mukulu Tweweyo Brian, era akwasaganya socio-economic empowerment, career guidance, relationship education and counseling, business incapitation with growth. Nebula benji nyo twetaga tutegeere bino byonna yajja kubanga nta abibeera mu ye obwongo obwo. Why did you get that knowledge to see that you work in all these different areas? Otherwise, muzikiriza tuwaniza omukulu mu nzimbo nakulwaleero twogera ku nsonga ye Mr. Brian yani yatandika atya okubanga nti zino positions zonna zetwogeddeko ozubeera amenga sense okulaba.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here. My name's, as you've introduced, I'm Brian Tweweyo, and I am working with the Hive.
Okay.
I love to describe myself as a social worker.
Okay.
And this is by passion, not by training. I have, I think I'm gifted in associating with people and interested in looking at what our community is facing and looking for solutions. So that's what I have been doing since I got out of school.
Okay.
I was at Makerere
University.
Yes, and I trained in computer science. So it's completely different.
Yes, different
from what I'm doing in the field. Yes.
So how did you get this? Was it your passion from back then when you're growing up? What was your vision like as you were growing up, like a journey of growth in your school, whatever it would be?
Yeah, so growing up, I didn't have a clear vision of what I wanted to do with my life. And you know, in our schools, actually that's one of the things that has inspired what I'm doing today. In schools, we don't get a lot of guidance.
Yes.
Growing up, so we just go through what is already predetermined to study, and at some point most of us are just focused on what we think will make us money. So you choose to study a certain field because you think that's where there's money or opportunities for you, and for me it was that. Up to campus I didn't have much guidance. And I loved computer science. I studied it basically because I was from a humble background, and I thought that I needed something that was relatively new in the market. I didn't have connections. People, like they say today, you need connections to get a job. So I wanted to do something that would probably stand on its own. to connect me somewhere to get opportunities to get a living. Okay. So that's basically why I did computer science. But later on, I quickly discovered that I was not actually somebody who enjoys sitting in an office and work on computer programs, develop software and all that. I love being around people. So I was kind of confused how I was going to handle computing. I excelled in computing, but I later had to find myself and do the social work that I'm doing today.
Okay. So how did that vision come into manifestation? Were there people who were pushing you? Because maybe at the beginning when you were growth, when you're growing up, you had no clear vision where you're going to, right? And this is one of the things I think we are still grappling with, we as the people, because if you have no vision, of course, the end of it is you have to perish, or you either get into something that you are not called for. So what took you, what was that thing that initially you woke up in the morning and you said, no, this is it, or you invested in a lot of things, maybe getting to get mentors in time of growing as a mature person, now you're understanding what was really the exact thing that you used to do, you did, and you made that picture, to that vision to come clear.
Yes, so I love reading. So I do read a lot of books. Okay. It was not always like that. But later, when I was at campus, I started going to church. I grew up from church, but I was not somebody who was church so boy. Much into the church thing. But because of campus is a bit hard for most people, especially when you're coming from a background like mine. So you find that God, you need God. You need you start trying things, basically. You try, some people try other things, but for my case, it was fortunate that I went the direction of God. And I would hear these people teach and preach and teach the Bible. I later joined Bible school. To study, to get to understand basically the Bible. And I was fascinated to find that there were so many things that were a bit different from what we expected. For example, the Bible teaches that it's your gifts that makes room for you here and brings you before great men. So that is contrary to things like it's your connections. It's so I gained hope that I actually could look into some of these things and do something that is not based on what I think, on my own knowledge, that it's what is going to take me to the next level, but something that is guided from the wisdom of God. And I started listening to who's I would call a mentor, but of course I've not met him and I've not interacted with him in person. But I listened to him preach, I listened to him teach. I read his books, Dr. Miles Monroe. I got a lot of insights and information and guidance on how I could actually follow that path of pursuing not just what I've studied, but what I'm gifted at. And that's what I've been doing. And that's the journey that has shaped what I'm doing now.
Did your parents be part of your journey to see that you reach unto what you wanted? Because we have visions that maybe our parents may not be part of our ensuring that we reach to that point where we want to. So are your parents part of your movement to see that you reach to that?
Some people are lucky that you would get parents. Some people don't have parents. Some people have parents who would probably have a different path that they want their children to take. For example, if you're going to school, the university, most people choose courses or fields of study that are basically determined by their parents. Because maybe the parent had a dream of becoming a doctor or a lawyer or something like that, and they have not been able to do it. Maybe there were circumstances that made them not to achieve their goals, and maybe they want it for their son or daughter or something like that. Or there are people around, neighbors, who have sons that have been successful in that field, and they want you to be like them, something like that. But I didn't have that. My dad was a bit more informed, educated, died when we were still young. So our mother was basically just taking care of us. Her goal was, I have to make my children survive. So it was not about what will you study or something like that. But like I've said, there are very many students or very many young people that are going through the same. They don't have guidance. They cannot get guidance from their parents, but they also don't get a chance to get the guidance in the schools where they're studying from. So they end up, they just have to figure out things. And that was my path. I didn't have, even today, of course, most of the things that I have done, my mom gets involved. And she helps, she supports, but she doesn't support from a point of like knowing what I'm doing. She just supports you as a parent, maybe with resources, maybe with, if you have, like in my social work, where I do socio-economic empowerment, I work with women groups, and sometimes they need skills. If my mom knows the skills, she comes and teaches them. So that is support that you can get from your mother. But as far as direction, guidance, that has been completely from looking up to the people that you call mentors, and reading and studying different things, and discovering who you are as a person and what you should be doing with your life.
Nice. Now, we are seeing in this picture that you do ICT, you have knowledge of ICT, empowering now women. You're also doing, you help in relationship education and counseling. We see business, all those clip 3 to 4, are they gifts, or is just you expounded your mind to learn? What was the main focus on? Was the empowering of the women something that you wanted because you saw women, they need guidance? We talked about financial, something related to that, that they're being equipped with skills on how to save, comes to the finances, and so I think give us a picture regarding that.
Yeah, so the Beehive, our vision is basically we are trying to launch people on a journey to self-discovery. Self-discovery.
Discovering yourself.
And preparing them for self-manifestation. So they don't just stop at discovering who they are, but actually now putting it into something that is resourceful or that is usable, consumable in the community.
Yes.
Something that solves a problem or addresses an issue. So being that, I was so much when we founded the Beehive, we were looking at some of the challenges that our communities are facing. And growing up with my mom, surviving to take care of us and all that, we got so much, because mom was involved with women's groups and all that, saving money, working and all that.
Amazing.
They actually, in the villages, I don't know if it is still there now, but that time women could actually even work. They would not have money like to save, but they would work in a group. They would have a group that works for people, and they pay them. When they pay them at the end of the year, this is the money that they now divide amongst themselves.
I think it's still there.
Yeah, so I was The reason why I gravitated so much towards women, I was very close with my mother, and we worked together in that. Sometimes when she's not able to go, I go and work in her place. So that made me so much maybe acquainted with women and easy to approach and converse and all that. So that was the starting point of what I'm doing. I think it also kind of inspired what I'm doing today. So the different things that we're doing, I'm not necessarily the one doing them. I can't say that I'm gifted at all those. But it's just because we have looked at the different aspects of things that maybe would have where people need help. And in our business incubation and growth, we always say that every problem is a business. So when you identify a problem, it's a business opportunity if you can come up with a solution. And that's what we're doing. We're basically not looking at who can do all these things, but we're looking at what are the problems. And can we have people who are passionate about these things, and they will work in those fields and provide solutions.
On that part of socio-economic empowerment, how many people have reached out to them? Do you do this? Is it daily? You reach out to different parts of the districts, or you plan as a team and say we're going to deal with this group of people, this, and this, and this? And how many are you in number? Basically. So
my team that I work with under the Beehive, we are already 6 people. Six people.
And who funds the things?
Yeah.
Do you have a person who donates in?
We don't have per se like an ongoing donation where people are paying in money, maybe monthly or yearly or something like that. We don't have that, but we have relied on relationships that we have made with some people to execute some programs. For example, in last year, 2024, we held a medical camp in Kalere, here in Kalere, in the slum, and we served more than 800 people. Free medication, consultations. There were around 5 doctors for consultation. And it was a holistic approach. It was both physical and spiritual. We had their pastors, we had fellowship, worship. People would come in, we register them. They get in the waiting tent. In front there was a choir singing and worshiping, singing with them, and then they would go in, see the doctors, and then go and see the nurses to pick medicines, and then go to meet the pastors for counseling. And so it was a holistic approach, reaching out to. So this is one that we have done, but we also work with groups who are saving money. Actually, that's one of the communities where we're working with groups who are saving money. Like I told you earlier, I do work in a different organization as my job as well, that is doing social work and is doing the same thing. It's basically doing the savings program. So I have done that for a long time, even before I started the Beehive. When I first got out of campus, I worked with Christian Aid Ministries, and they had a program called SALT. It was basically SALT is shared accountability, lending, and training. So I was in the communities teaching these people on how to use their resources that God has given them, to manage them very well, save some, and invest in the future. So I have, before I started the Beehive, there was that passion already, still in the background. So we have served, so far we have around 12 groups. 12 groups that are here in Kampala
Central
and Jinja. And so we are working in Eastern and Central for now. Then we have some off groups that are from where I come from, in Kabale. 3 groups that we don't engage so often, but once in a while we go and work with. So our impact, would say, is reaching out to more than 1,000 people for now. And they not only save, but they learn business skills. They invest. They also learn some other skills, hand skills, that would facilitate them starting a business or something like that. And we meet them weekly. The groups, we meet weekly. We have a facilitator basically who goes to these groups and talks to them, teach them something like that, and then see what is they are doing and build on that. But once in a while, we organize those things when we identify needs like medical issues, maybe a skill that is needed. We gather them in one place and we provide those.
For the hand skills, what kinds have you so far engaged in? Is it making mats, things related? Which type, different ones?
So mom makes mats basically.
And I see making, is it bitenji?
Yes.
Basically.
So we have a tailoring workshop. That's one thing that we have done, and we give opportunities for people
to come and learn. Is it payable? You pay for it? Is it?
Yeah, it's for the communities that it's basically, how do you say it? It's hybrid.
A hybrid, yes.
Yeah, so the people that we're working with in the communities, when they have young girls dropped from school and all that, they are given free training opportunities. But to provide for what they actually need, we get some fortunate people who also needs the skills and they can pay.
You can pay.
So that money goes into buying materials and helping to bring that.
So because basically it has, it is an advantage to those girls who have maybe not completed schools, and they feel like they can no longer, they have an opportunity of going ahead in school, but they have now to transition into this.
Now, like in Kalere, for example, you have most girls who get pregnant at a tender age, or even the parents probably don't have the cash to push them further. But one thing that I discovered is that those people still have an opportunity to succeed in life.
It's true.
And but the academic education and structure that we have right now, they have introduced entrepreneurship and skilling in our schools. But those days it was not there. And it was denying most people's abilities the opportunity to actually flourish. So such people still have immense opportunity and potential to actually be successful in life. But they just need a push. They just need to be shown,
the direction,
and be given opportunities to learn some of these things. So that's what we're doing.
Which is a very great job. I think it's the way to go. If you find that the majority are the youths, so you really have a lot that is need to be done.
And besides that, we have, as the Hive, we organize under the relationships education and counseling, organize an event. It's called a Hive event. Now this event is used to fundraise. So when you talk of donations, we get donations through people. But we learned some time back that most people are not so much willing, especially in our economy here, not willing to just give money.
No. This will be accounted for.
And they also want to feel like they have gained something. So we're doing a social corporate responsibility, partner with companies to do that. But we're also using this event to, of course, help people learn about relationships and all that. But out of that service, they're able to give some money, and this money goes into the social economic empowerment programs that we do in those areas, like disadvantaged areas like Kalere and other places where maybe people will not get equal opportunities.
Okay. Yeah. Nice. Okay. Let us get into a quick commercial break. We are still with, because Tweweyo Brian, as we have discussed, some of the things I think you need to find out and get to know, saving skills. If you're out there and you didn't know how to, you are like saving, I can't save my money. This is now the right time for you to know that it's going to be impactful, to help you in the future. Now skills empowerment, being creative to see that you can be able to have your own job or own your own business rather than going out and competing to the jobs which are around in the country. And yet even you can sit down home and use the knowledge that you have to create something to earn a living. All right, let us come back after this quick commercial break. This is a coffee break conversation. I hope you are enjoying it.
This is Church of Uganda Family TV. Enriching lives. Regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission. This is Church of Uganda Family TV. Enriching lives. Regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission.
Okay, welcome back from the quick commercial break. And I would love to remind you it's a new month, so everything has to be new. You have to be new and ensure that you trust God to see you through in this new month of August. We are still having a course, a beautiful conversation with Tweweyo Brian, yes, the director. Of course, the Beehive. The Beehive handles so many things. They have a vision, they have a mission. You heard about socio-economic empowerment. Now we're going to look at career guidance, relationship education and counseling. And of course, we want to see when it comes to career guidance, the more information we're getting about this, they have reached out to different schools in the country, but I think we need to find out why specifically did you choose schools to do this career guidance initiative, and why did you identify that there are gaps in schools that students need to know about the career guidance? Maybe because they are still studying and they have no directions. Maybe we start from there.
Yeah. So like I shared earlier, I was a victim of this.
Yeah.
I didn't have clear guidance, and sometimes guidance is there, but students they are somehow sure that as long as they are doing well in school, there will be opportunities for them after. It's very hard to convince a student that you might not get as much. It's not just about you passing exams and getting good grades. And it's even parents, by the way, even school administrators. But they know it's the reality, it's the truth. They just don't want to admit. It was that way a long time ago when my fathers were just finishing school. There were a lot of opportunities, and you would get a lot of opportunities regardless. But today there's a lot of competition.
There is a lot of competition.
And there are fewer opportunities than actually the system of education puts out more candidates for opportunities than the opportunities that are there in our communities. So you find that this was at my heart because I was a victim. Okay. And we had to find what could be the solution to this problem. Yeah.
Interesting. So, for how many schools have you reached out to, and how have you offered them this career guidance?
So, for schools, this program actually started in 2013, and we worked with 2 schools then on Mitiana Road, and in 2024, we worked in Eastern Uganda, in the Bujiri district. And we worked with more than 10 schools.
Right.
And the service, by the way, is free for now.
For now.
Yes.
You plan to, okay?
It's free because, when they say that when you're selling something, people need to first see. Because what we are selling is different from the traditional career guidance.
How is it? I think you need to get that picture.
Yeah. So, in traditional career guidance, people are basically showcasing their fields where they are working, and schools can pick successful people, maybe in the field of medicine or education or something like that. And these people, of course, know everything about their field. What they do is that they come and they tell, and the schools, of course, pick different fields, different fields. So students have opportunity to listen from different fields and choose. But the problem is that this kind of guidance comes from a point of marketing your field.
That's being self-centered. I call that.
Marketing your field. So instead of being guidance, it can actually misguide. Because if for example, most of the challenges that we have with our education today can be traced back to misguidance. Lack of guidance, basically. Because if somebody comes and tells me they're a doctor, they earn this huge money, and my goal is I need a career that gives me money, I just have to work hard to become a doctor. But naturally, I'm not gifted to serve patients. Maybe I'm not that patient enough. Maybe I can easily get upset and start quarreling at patients and what. They actually say that most patients they die out of stress more than the diseases that have taken them to the hospital. So if a patient comes to your hospital and they don't have maybe the resources at that point, I think a doctor who is naturally a doctor,
or even called for it,
would actually still be able to serve this patient. So that's the difference, is that people can get excited about some fields.
That is the problem we have, I think, and I've seen in schools. That maybe these people, they come with that vibe. They want to show the students, and if students are moved by small things, and if you have money and they see it on you, they'll admire. And someone now would do everything possible, wanting to become like Brian, but he or she has to know that knowledge, or even the guidance on how Brian became it. You're going to find out Brian now, she may be having, maybe her calling was to become a model. Now because Ritah have come in with talking about journalism, media, being a TV host, you do this, can get this. Now she may even end up changing her course, why she wanted to run to, and now focus on becoming a TV presenter.
Exactly. So you find students not knowing, actually having wrong reasons for studying, for choosing what they want to be. They have wrong reasons, and that's the genesis of most of the problems that we have, including corruption. If I study for money, if that is the sole motivation, and you show up at my office with a bag of money, why should I refuse that money? Because that's,
you will take it.
You get, that's my motivation. But somebody who is passionate about a certain field, somebody who is naturally gifted, it's going to be an advantage on them. They are going to be able to learn better that field. They're going to be able to do it better, and it's going to bring them money, because if you do something good, people will pay for it. Yeah, so but that's the missing gap in schools, and even with those schools that do career guidance, most of them are not able to actually address the issue of why do I study what I study? What should be the good reasons for that? Because eventually, if you do something that you're passionate at, you will do it good and money will come. Whether it is music, whether it is running, dancing, or what, whether it's being a doctor or something, whatever you do, at least from the knowledge of the Bible, if you're gifted at something and you do it, it makes room for you in the earth and brings you before great people. So that's the premise, and that's where we differ. Our premise is on guiding people or students to first discover who they are,
their identity. I think this is really important.
What are you gifted at? What are your natural abilities? And what are your desires? Which, the Bible mentions also in Psalms that God will give you your desires.
The desires of your heart,
So why does God want to give you your desires? Because he put them in you. Otherwise he wouldn't want to give them to you. So most of the time we are looking for, we don't know our desires, we've not been guided, and we don't know our abilities. So for us, we're first helping people discover themselves, and then we help them choose the education that will refine who they are.
To what they have chosen.
So if you are somebody who is a sportsman, you choose...
It's a good one. That angle, that's what you look for.
And there will be opportunities for you. If somebody is somebody who's patient, compassionate, there are a few questions that we go through when we're doing career guidance to help students discover who they are. If you're that person maybe who's going to make a good doctor, then you choose that field. And you'll study it. It will be easy for you to study it because that's what you're gifted at. Because your gift is something that you do easily, with you do best with less effort. So that's what we differ, and that's what we're doing in schools.
Great. I think you mentioned something when it comes to our education system in Uganda, which really has, can I say, has has blinded. Thank God that this new curriculum came in with now skills are in there. Now students, even those who are unable to maybe pass the theory, the sciences, whatever, now the ability are now found maybe in speaking and making some small things. I think that's why maybe other countries have gone ahead of us, that now their children and our success, and those are the children that we admire, that our own children or even our own students at school are admiring when they watch them on TV. You find a young star, you're like, how did this boy become that? But because it comes from the foundation, how they have been guided.
Yeah. So, for example, in China, you find students learning cooking.
Yes.
Learning in the nursery level, they are learning cooking, they are learning building, they are learning all these things, and it's very easy for students at some point to discover if they are doing these things that this is what I enjoy doing. This is what I want to do. And their parents can guide them and focus them in that direction. So we don't have that here, but you can, maybe because of resources and all that, but you can have the education system now today with this entrepreneurship and skilling. They are moving in that direction.
Yeah, they are.
You can have students guided. Because most of them think that if I don't go the normal academic, I will not succeed. There is bias, actually, when we were studying. There were technical schools still. But there was a lot of bias that others are going to senior 6.
How would
they are going to the university.
When I'm brushing.
There's no much guidance that there is actually success in taking that route as well. So, and our guidance is also holistic, because we know that there are different people. They call them stakeholders who are involved in making the decision of who you become and what you study. Because if your parents wants you to become a doctor, maybe for whatever reasons you don't know, they are the ones paying school fees. They are stakeholder.
You have no choice.
They will move you in that direction, and there are very many people who are being
misguided, misled
because of that influence. The teachers
themselves.
A student who fails a paper, maybe math or something like that, maybe the teachers like you're not.
You have no future.
You have no future at this stage. But just because somebody has failed, by the way, the examination system, exams have no ability to test our abilities.
Exactly. It's just like how I don't know what. It's like testing what we have learned in class to see if we have
I can read and reproduce those things,
of course.
But it cannot check your potential. You get? So so there's that gap that if students are guided alone, they will still get some influence from their parents, from the teachers. So ours is a holistic approach. We have sessions with students, we have sessions with parents, we have sessions with teachers. And the reason is that we want the teachers to be sensitive and careful on how they maybe guide or tell their students whatever feedback that they have. And parents to know that your student still can succeed with becoming a musician or something, not necessarily a doctor or a lawyer or something. So that they are at heart. If your son or daughter wants to study this, you support them. If you see that they are naturally gifted at that, you support them. And that's what we're doing.
And I think maybe they don't consider looking at the strength, they look at the weaknesses of these young students. That a student may be weak in sciences, but she is strong in arts. So you could find there is a battle forcing this child to, maybe for the purposes of passing, she will just take us, let me just do this, just balance, but I think also we need to consider that someone's strength, why it is, and what the weaknesses are, and we prioritize that first.
That's the essence of where our premise of your gifts your desires. Because your gift basically is something that you naturally will do better with the least amount of effort. There are some people who will succeed in becoming a doctor, but it has been a struggle. Like it has been a...
Okay, yeah, it's true.
You get? A human being has immense potential if you put them in the class and they are focused.
Yeah.
They can pass exams.
True.
They can pass exams. But is that what they will naturally be able to do? Because today we have dysfunctional institutions, and it's not because even at the highest levels you find in ministries, you find people who are up there, but they're not doing their job. They are bored. They don't like their job. They are there because it makes them a living.
I know.
You see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we shouldn't be producing people who are just about making a living, but people who can make a difference in our communities. People who are passionate about what they are doing. Because imagine a company like this, or an organization where everyone is passionate about what they are doing. You don't have to call them to come early to their work. No. You see that? Yeah. You don't have to beg them to stay and do some extra work. They will actually stay because
they love it.
You get? They love it.
It's passion.
So it becomes a force that is unstoppable. You get results. So that's why we have dysfunctional institutions. Some people are there because they wanted a place where there is money and they got it. Some people are there because their parents wanted them to be there. They don't like it. So it's a mess.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
And I think your direction that you're taking to is really the right way to go. When it comes to the business incubation and growth, how have you, in just briefly as we're winding up, how have you dealt with that?
Yeah.
And of course, I think you're also a businessman. You do I think that are part of...
I pack coffee. I have a coffee brand.
And this is a coffee break conversation. We'll be having these samples here.
Yes, I have.
Great, amazing.
I have. We shall show them out. I pack coffee.
Okay.
It's called Jaguza coffee.
Jaguza coffee.
Yes.
You make it?
Yes, I buy coffee, raw coffee, and process it.
Okay.
Pack it. I also, most of my work that I'm doing is helping students in our socio-economic empowerment, business-based. We're basically doing social enterprise where we do a business and help some people as well. So I'm involved in business. I would not say that I'm a seasoned businessman. I am learning a lot. One thing that I discovered is that for business, you learn from doing it more than you can actually learn from school or from books or something like that. Because situations are going to be unique. Yeah. Depending on your location, depending on what you're doing and all that. So I do business and I would love to do more businesses. Because also we learned that we should not put our eggs in one basket, especially in business. So I'm somebody who's looking up to that. And we want to train it to people. Because we discovered that when you guide students in school to take some directions, you should take the responsibility of giving them opportunities to see how they are realizing that. Remember, we are helping people discover themselves and help them manifest that. So some people can discover who they are, but they don't know how to package it and sell it. They don't know how to put it into a product or a service that people can buy and pay money for. So we do that. Our approach has been, there's a lot of lack of financial financing for businesses. Of course, there are banks, but people who are just from the grassroots starting, the starting point.
Kind of hectic.
They might not, some of them don't have even the information. Some of them might not have the ability to go through the paperwork and all that. It's something that is a bit hard for them. Some of them not have the resources to back the loans, the financing for their businesses. And some of them above that is that they may not have the skills, the information, and the experience to run a business, because now you're going to finance their business and the money is going to, you say that. So we want to provide opportunities for them to learn business from people who have done it, and also to mobilize resources, financial resources amongst themselves to actually be able to finance these business ideas. So what we've done is that we have under the Beehive, we have groups of people. We have put people, especially the youth, into groups. They are saving money, and we have different targets for different groups, saving targets. So some people might afford to save 100,000 per month. Others might maybe 50,000 per month. So we'll put them in different groups. A group comprises of 12 people. They save money, and they can do both Anaska or Aroska. Aroska is basically it's a rotation where people give money to one person, and then the next month, something like that. And Anaska is the accumulative, where you put money, it's accumulating every month, and people can learn from that. We call it. They can lend from that fund, that pool of money, and go use it in their businesses. Then they pay back within that saving cycle, and it comes with a profit. Then at the end of the cycle, people can divide out what they have saved with the profit that comes on their shares. So that's we're doing with that. This is a program that we started last year. But apart from doing the savings groups, we are doing, we call it a business breakfast meeting. So every quarter we organize a breakfast business meeting. And this breakfast business meeting, we partner with financial institutions, companies that are doing, people who are doing business. And they are there to showcase their financing products to the people, but the people are also there to talk about business from their experience, what they have learned, what other people. So they are kind of mentorship. It's kind of a mentorship program, whereby people get access to, they get knowledge to know where they can access funding apart from their small resources that they have gathered in their savings groups. But also these people learn, get knowledge from seasoned businessmen who have done it, and they can guide them through what to do. And that we combine all the groups together in that business meeting, breakfast business meeting, and do that.
Great, quite interesting. Time has already elapsed, and thank you so much for that relevant and grateful information. I think we should bring you back, and that coffee we shall be able to see. We have it there. Maybe time is not favorable, and on our side, trying on the coffee inside in there, we'll be able to see how it is dealt with. So this is
our coffee.
This is our coffee. Jaguza. Okay.
Jaguza coffee, and we have 4 different packs. This is a quarter, 250 grams. 50 grams. But we pack up to 1 kg. Nice.
Okay. I think the time we come back, we shall be able to find out how one can be able to access this. System has already elapsed. This is a coffee break conversation, and this is a coffee. think bijja kwera wamu nga sikaali mu kyayi kale musebe bulungi mweraba bye bye